You for your presence. Namaste. And most of all, I thank you for your kindness, because that is what makes the world a nice place to live. This idea of kindness, loving kindness, we call Maitri. In Buddhism, they would call it metta. And when you can express it towards yourself and others, it's a virtue that's wonderfully expanding. It pays compound interest in a way, because each act of kindness can inspire others to go on and pay that forward to others. And, life can be hard at times. We suffer from all kinds of grief and worries and cares. So a little kindness can go a long way in someone's day. And also in our yoga practice. So I'd like for your practice to be filled with kindness as well. Trying to cultivate a non-judgmental, non-critical, and not even goal-oriented attitude towards the practice. Just the goal of being kind to yourself is enough. So we now should invoke this spirit of kindness. There's kindness in every major religion as a keystone, and every philosophy recognizes its importance. Aesop said, "No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted." And the Dalai Lama has said that my true religion is kindness. Muhammad said kindness is a mark of faith, and whoever has not kindness has not faith. In the Quran, it is said, "Lo, Allah loveth the kindly." And the Talmud, deeds of kindness are equal in weight to all the commandments. So we have a lot of precedent for being kind. So take these centering breaths to invoke a spirit of kindness with reverence, and create a sacred space for your practice, and make a special time in your life with this added meaning and value. That Hridaya Mudra will help us connect to the compassionate heart. Hridaya means that heart center. So the tip of the index finger comes to the base of the thumb, and the next two fingers touch the tip of the thumb. The little finger just extends out. So this is the heart mudra, Hridaya Mudra. And it's an energetic seal of unconditional love and all-flowing compassion and blessing energy for the whole universe, increasing our capacity of empathy and unblocking any energy of the heart to attune with the heart of others. Inhale to magnify the sense of kindness, affection. And exhale, eliminate any meanness, animosity, intolerance. Your kindness adds to the mercy, understanding, and goodness in the world, making it a nicer place for us all to live. Your kindness adds to your yoga practice, allowing the body to be more comfortable, relaxed, and trusting, so that it will cooperate more, and the mind can remain in that serene and calm and perfectly enlightened state. Now, let's start with just some gentle movements in the spine, holding the knees. Exhale, pull the navel to the spine, the chin to the chest. And inhale, draw the shoulders back and lift the chin up, nose to the sky. And repeat that movement as you breathe. Exhaling, navel to spine, rounding the back. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Filling it with kindness. Exhale, releasing any negativity, resentment. Back up to the center. Lower the right fingertips to the side. Lift the left arm up. And crescent over to the right side, bending the right elbow. Inhale, extend out through the arm. And exhale, pull in through the navel. Stretching a little farther. And just gently, kindly, and sweetly opening up that left side of the body. And then release up to the middle. Switch sides, left fingertips down, right arm up. And slowly crescent to the left side. Inhale, expanding along the right ribs. And exhale, deepening the stretch to your happy place. The bigger the breath, the more kindness and the stretch. Last big inhale, lifting you upright. And let's now come on up to stand. So come up to our feet. Take a strong stance with feet about hip width apart and both feet parallel. And then engage leg muscles, hug the muscles to the bone, pull the navel to the spine. And remember our Hridaya Mudra here, just bringing the fingertips to touch lightly, the pinky finger extended. Opening that heart center and really spread the arms wide. So compassionate, deep blessing to the whole of creation. And keep extending the arms up overhead. And interlace the fingers, turn the palms face up. Inhale, bend the elbows, twist to the right, and exhale, extend the arms straight. Press down through the legs. Inhale, bend the elbows, come to the center, twist to the left, and exhale, extend the arms, straighten the legs, and keep stretching as you twist from side to side. Pressing down through the feet as much as you're pressing up through the palms. That's right. You've got this. And now bring the palms behind the head. Open the elbows, tilt the head back. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, bring the elbows forward, chin to the chest. Kindly open the arms, spread that kindness to the universe. And exhale, close the elbows. Chin down. And although there's some pressure on the back of the head, it's with kindness that you're stretching the back of the neck on the exhale. Great. And release the arms. That was perfect. Start with the hands in front of the abdomen. Then wrap the hands around to the back of the kidneys. Exhale, bend the knees, slide hands down the backs of the legs. Wrap over the feet. Inhale, draw the hands up the legs, back to the abdomen. And repeat that, giving the legs a massage as you exhale, sliding down. And inhale, sliding up. Rolling the shoulders back and around so you can start again. Good. Once more down. And back to the abdomen. Good. And this time, bend the knees. Bring the palms up on the inhale. Press them overhead. And exhale, open the arms, spread them wide as you bend the knees. Come back down to the starting point. Inhale, lift up. Press above. And exhale, circle down and around. And whatever speed you're doing is fine. Just coordinate with your breath so it's an organic, natural flow that expresses your kindness, your blessing energy. One more time, up, and then release. Fabulous. All nice and warmed up. How about come down to hands and knees, table pose. Do a little wardrobe change. It's quite warm in this room. Not worried about the heat. The furnace is working perfectly. So just with the easy spinal movement, inhale looking up to cow, and exhale looking down, pull the navel up as you come to that hollowing cat. Keep the hands strong, the fingers clawing into the mat to protect the wrist joints. And sense through each vertebrae of your spine how it's articulating one at a time. That sinuous movement of the spine. Now, come to the neutral spine, curl the toes under, and lift up the knees. Start to move around in downward dog, still with hands and fingers strongly clawing the mat. Walk the knees, rock the hips, any kind of waking up you need to do. Fabulous. Step the right foot forward to low lunge. Lower the left knee down. And walk the left knee back. Then press down through both legs. Lift the hands to the right thigh. Okay. Strengthen through the core of the pelvis to maintain your connection to the earth, your balance, your foundation. And then lift the arms if you want. You don't have to, because you want to be kind to yourself today. Just do what feels fun. And lower the left hand down. Rotate the right arm up. Twist over to that right side. And release, and step the right foot back. Walk out the knees there and down dog. And please step the left foot forward, low lunge, right knee down. And anchoring down through the legs, lift up the hands. Pause to remember the kindness through the breath, the compassion. And then the pose has much more lightness, much more fun, joy. As you inhale, more kindness. Bigger inhale and deeper exhale. Expanding and offering this kindness. And now release. Bring the right fingertips down. Rotate the left arm up and twist to that left side. And breathe with kindness through the heart, expanding the chest. And release. The left hand will come down and then step the left foot back. Now we're back to downward dog. But just for fun, let's lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Now we're going to step the right foot through and widen the right foot to the right edge of the mat. The right arm's inside the right knee. Now, kindly lower the back knee down. And stretch through the hips. Engage here in the core of the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the lower abdomen, even the inner thighs are all drawing in and lifting up. And against that resistance, you're going to breathe with kindness, deepen the stretch as you exhale. And relax it more sweetly on the inhale. That's perfect. Now slightly different variation. We're going to open the right knee to the side, come on the outer edge of the right foot. But keep the ankle from sickling or spraining out to the side by using that outer shin muscle to keep it strong. Keep the ankle strong, the toes active, and even pull back some through that right heel, adding more stretch here in the inner thigh. Okay, we're going to step right foot back, switch sides, back to down dog. Now, please lift the left leg, three-legged dog. And step the left foot through into our lizard lunge. The back knee down. This might be the kinder way to go here, but some people will just naturally want to lift the back knee up, and that's how they're happiest doing the pose, but you don't have to do it that way. You can get to wherever. You can breathe more loving kindness into that stretch. But of course, we're still engaging the thigh muscles, the pelvic floor muscles, keeping all that very strong and active. And using deep breath. Now that second variation where we open the left knee to the side more and press down through the outer edge of the foot, pull back through the heel. And breathe even more kindness into the hips. Excellent. Keep that ankle from bending out to the side. That's the way. Just the knee goes out. All right. We'll go back to old friend, downward facing dog, to get the legs back to even. And now start to roll yourself down to the mat in prone position. And extend the right arm out 90 degrees. A slight bend in the elbow. Press down through the right palm. Lift the inner shoulder up, and the shoulder blade pulls down into the back. And that's going to integrate the arm bone into the shoulder socket as we roll onto the right hip. And press down through the left palm. And bend the knees so you have a little stability there. Okay, so the head of the arm bone here in that right shoulder should be lifting up away from the floor, and the right shoulder blade pulling down into the back. And if that's all good, you can bend the left knee more, bind left hand to left ankle, and make this half bow. Wonderful, good work, that's the way. So keep the chin up, and that'll help keep the front of the shoulder from collapsing down. All right, release with this side, and switch, rolling over onto that left hip. Now the left arm is out to the left side, but there's a slight bend in the elbow. The front of the shoulder lifts up. My knees are bent for balance, stability, but I can press that outer left knee against the mat and add to the twist in the hips. Or I can go on and bind right hand to right ankle. So keep chin up. The left shoulder from collapsing down, and there'll be a nice deep stretch on that inner left shoulder, the pectoral muscle. These muscles don't get a lot of stretching when you're hunched over a keyboard all day, so it's good for them. The stretching part might seem a little cruel, but you gotta be cruel to be kind, as Nick Lowe would say. In the right measure, of course. I'll release this side. And let's go back to something we all know and love, our cobra pose. As you inhale, roll that cobra up and twist to the left. So you roll across the front of the hips, and exhale, we come down. Inhale up and roll to the opposite side. It's exciting time out there, isn't it? All right, we'll finish one more side, twisting cobra, and release onto the chest. Stretch the arms back, palms either face down, or interlace the hands behind the back for our locust. The locust is strengthening the back by pressing down through the hips, lifting up through the shoulders, strengthening those back muscles, which actually is kind in the long run because it gives us better posture, helps us breathe better, and with better breathing, then the mind is more serene, clear, calm. Release the arms and just rest, chin to the side, heels open. Breathing into the back. We're going to continue on back strengthening with bow pose, either half bow with one foot or full bow, holding both ankles, and lifting the chest and lifting the knees. Excellent. Good. That's the way. Up on the inhale, strengthen on the exhale. More loving kindness with each inhale. Beam it out to the universe. And when you're finished, release. Chin to the other side. And just letting the heels open, or maybe even windshield wiper the heels so the back can twist a little. All right, please press up. Come on up the table. Lift up and walk forward to the front. And slowly roll up to stand. Remembering Hridaya Mudra. Offering this all-flowing compassion, kindness, mercy. To anyone and everyone. All right. Now, fearless heart, namaskar. Inhale, sweep the arms up. A little back bend as you arch back. Then exhale, fold forward, swan dive. Bend the knees, step the right foot back, and lower the right knee down. Then inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands touch down. Step left foot back, downward dog. Inhale, shoulders forward, high plank. Exhale, knees down, hips down, chest down, chin down. Point toes, curl up, cobra. And exhale, release. Push up to table, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Now step right foot forward. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands down. And inhale, step left foot forward to meet the right. Exhale again, fold head to toes. Inhale now, stretch up tall, lift the arms, touch the palms. Then exhale, release the arms. Take a rest. And we'll start one more. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, slowly swan dive forward. Bend the knees. This time, step left foot back first. Lower the left knee down. And inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands return to the mat. Step the right foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward, high plank. Then exhale, knees down, hips rolling forward like a red carpet. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, pull elbows back. And exhale, bring the chest down. Push up to table pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. Step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, lengthen the neck, and exhale, fold over straight legs. Soften the knees. Inhale, bring the arms up, tall. And exhale, rest the arms down. Wow, so exciting. I can hear the drum rolls. All right, warrior two, step the right foot back. Okay. Now bend the left knee and open the arm, shoulder height. Inhale, lift the heart, widen the kindness, love, compassion. Deepen that feeling as you deepen the hips. And now bring the hands down diagonally in front of you to the floor, walking the fingertips away, getting the hips as low as they'll go without collapsing. We can still tone the inner thighs, lift up through the pelvic floor. Then we're going to bring that left arm to the inside of the left knee or on top of the knee because we're being kind to ourselves. Unfurl the right arm, lift it up. Okay, so you can be up on the knee, you can be down to the floor with the left fingers, or if it still seems kind, you can bind under the thigh and tilt the shoulders back. Okay, now to triangle pose, start to straighten the left knee. You either press down into the floor or press down onto that left shin. Come up as high as you need to be to still have the breath of kindness, compassion. You can try that triangle bind, going down there. Now, stepping out of triangle. It's a big step. Come forward with the right foot and lift up. All right, now, warrior two, left foot back. Bend the right knee, lengthen your stance. Then hug in through the core of the pelvis, pull the feet towards one another. So even if you were on ice skates, you wouldn't have that split possibility. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades into the back, pull navel to the spine. Fabulous. Bring the hands down, touch the mat, and walk the fingertips out diagonally. Lowering the hips to your best effort. Now, side angle pose. Lift the left arm, the right arm against the inner right leg, or on top of the right leg, pressing down through the elbow. Pull the left shoulder and armpit back. Press the left palm forward. So you're integrated the arm into the shoulder and the shoulder blade into the back. And tilt the head back a little bit, lengthen the throat. Straighten the right knee to triangle pose. Pressing down through the right hand on that shin or onto a block. Or if you're deeper down, maybe touching the mat. But whatever you need to modify to make the kindness quotient go up in the pose. Release that triangle pose and somehow take that left foot, bring it all the way forward. The hardest part, getting out of that triangle. Right. So now we'll have dancer pose. So it's a little bit of balance. So start by finding a spot to focus your gaze somewhere out in front of you. Start to lift that right heel, balance on the left leg, and try and bind right hand to right ankle. If you don't get to the bind, you can just keep the knee bent, okay? Maybe you've got the bind and you're going to come forward, lifting the back knee up, bringing the chest forward. Be kind, deepen the breath. Next variation, we can go on. If it still feels kind, slide the left hand down, diving down to this forward bend. Or releasing, because it's time to switch sides. All right, steady on the right leg. And bend the left knee. You can be just having, where am I? Right arm up, left knee bent, or bind the left hand to the left ankle. And start to bow forward, bring that back knee up. Good, I saw that. Stay there, come out of the pose, whatever you have to do. And if it's fun, you can still breathe kindly. You slide into that forward bend. And finishing, come up and press both feet down, lengthen the spine, and then rest the arms. Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. We can do a seated pose next, I think, coming down to rest. And of course, crack the knees on the way. All right, so staff pose is where we'll start. By drawing the lower back in, maybe pressing the fingertips behind helps with that. Strengthening the shins so the feet stay active or not just kind of flopping open and blah. But pouring extra kindness into the muscles, activate them strongly. Draw the lower back in. Inhale, lift up high. Lift the ribs up out of the waist. And pressing down through the heels. Begin to fold forward, let the hands rest anywhere they fall, under the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold without strain or force, without pulling or yanking, just being kind to the body, giving it lots of patient time. Pouring extra breath into the body, full of kindness and compassion. Another final deep breath. And slowly release up. Now, with head to knee pose, bend the right knee out, press the right foot against the inner left thigh, and keep pressing the leg against the foot as much as the foot presses to the leg. So it begins to build that muscular energy in the core of the pelvis and keeps the lower back from collapsing or rounding where your chest then can't breathe. So we're keeping the lower back drawing in and forward so the shoulders can lift up and back. So clear away all the space you need to breathe kindness into the body. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, hinge forward over that left hip. Now you may be holding the knee, the shin, the ankle. But you don't need to pull against the legs so that it tenses up the neck or shoulders. Keep the neck loose, the shoulders relaxed. And pour all the effort, muscular energy into the legs, into the muscles, hugging to the bone, lifting, squeezing the kneecap. And slowly release. Inhale, lift the back up. And straighten the right leg. Pause in the center, staff pose for a breath. Equalizing right and left. And now we go on. Bend the left knee. Press the left foot against the inner right thigh. Meet that resistance equally with the right leg pressing to the foot. So there's strength in the pelvis and the hips and the inner thighs. Even that shin muscles working to keep that foot active and not just falling out to the side. So working through these core muscles, thigh muscles, to sit up tall. Inhale, stretch high. And exhale, bow forward. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, the neck loose. And remembering we're keeping strong in the legs, and the hips, the pelvis. The bigger the breath, the more kindness goes into the stretch. The more sweetness. And come up and release. Inhale. And take the legs wide apart, a wide ankle. Spiral the inner thighs down. Move the buttocks back. And feel the sit bones lean to the front edge of the sitting bones. Keeping the knees active, the feet strong. Inhale, draw the lower back in. You can lift the arms to get length in the spine. And exhale, bow forward. Rest the hands under the shoulders. Or start to tiptoe the fingers forward as you get more deeper into that stretch. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck and the shoulders relax. And exhale, bow forward. And each breath full of kindness, mercy, compassion. And slowly lift the back up. And bring the knees up, the feet back, hip width apart. And we'll come to upward facing table. Reverse some of that stretch. Press the feet and hands down and lift the sides of the hips up. Draw the shoulder blades in and lift up through the heart. Take another full breath in, lifting to your max. Then exhale, slowly lower and rest the buttocks down. Extend the left leg, bring the right knee up and cradle, pulling the right knee around in circles, or bringing the right shin in front of the chest. Gradually preparing for our half lotus or full lotus. Okay. So with half lotus, the outside of that right ankle comes right up to the center of the left hip crease. If that's not possible and your foot starts sliding down to the inside of the thigh, you're going to sprain the ankle and injure it, and that's not kind. So put your foot down on the floor instead. If that's not a problem, your hip is open, bring the ankle to the top center of the left thigh, And then bring the left heel underneath by bending the left knee. Then pick up the hips, move the sitting bones back and apart, snuggle in, and pull the heels inward towards the hips. So you can draw the lower back in, roll the shoulders back, and take Hridaya Mudra here, hands on the knees. For 3 smooth, calm breaths. Inhaling loving kindness. Exhale, offer it out to the universe. With your blessing energy, magnifying it, paying it forward. And switch to the opposites with unfolding the legs first. Maybe there's some massage you need to do to be kind to that knee joint. And now we'll take that left knee back and start opening the left hip even more. We've done great hip openers this morning. Prepare for this awesome pose. I'll try and cradle the left shin up towards the chest. Stretch a little more in that outer hip muscle, piriformis. But don't let the ankle get all bent out of shape. Keep the ankle from sickling out to the side. You may need to support the outside of the ankle as you do that. You may need to support the outside of the ankle as you come into your half lotus. But hopefully the thigh muscle is there to support it. And you can fold the right knee and bring the right foot under the left knee. Lift up the hips. Slide the sitting bones back and apart. And now you have a good solid foundation to breathe and send your compassion, kindness into the universe, making it a sweeter place to be for everyone. More understanding, more empathy. And slowly coming out of our half lotus. Let's recline to lay on the spine, lift the arms up over the head, and symmetrically stretch in opposite directions through the toes and the fingers. And then bring the arms down, lift the right knee, and press the right foot against the floor so you can slide the hips off to the right side and roll onto the outer left hip. And start to twist the right knee over across the body and down towards the left side of the mat. Spinal twist. The bottom leg should be straight, the spine long, and the navel drawing in so you can press the outer left hip against the floor. Inhale, get length in the spine. And exhale, squeeze navel to spine as you twist a little farther. Protecting the sacrum with the kindness of muscular energy to keep it in alignment. And then release onto the spine and straighten the right leg. Lift the left knee. Press that left foot down, slide the hips off to the left a little so you can roll onto the right hip and cross the left knee to the right side of your mat. Stretch the left arm away, the palm face up, and integrate the arm into the shoulder blade into the back. Protect the sacrum with strong core muscles in the navel and the lower abdomen, squeezing those muscles as you exhale and twist. Inhale more kindness, generosity. Exhale, add a little more twist. And slowly release that twist. Come on to the back. And you are finishing by hugging the knees in. And feeling maybe some circling the knees feels right. Circling the ankles. And if you wish to take the feet over into plow, lifting the hips up. As you're ready to release plow, bend the knees towards the armpits, rounding the spine and rolling carefully down to your happy baby. So pulling against the feet and the shoulders down to the mat and the lower back towards the mat by pressing the feet up against the hands as resistance. And just finish any way you wish to, any final stretching out to wide angle with the legs as possible, to the cobbler position, another possibility. Or you've just had enough asana and it's time for shavasana. So stretch those legs away, turn the palms face up, and tuck the shoulder blades under the back. Then you take up all the space you need, move away any obstacles, take off eyeglasses, put on sweaters, blankets, make yourself cozy, warm, and comfortable. Letting your body rest, thanking your body for all this effort, all this good work you put into strengthening the muscles you need to support yourself with a good posture, to be able to breathe well, and strengthening the muscles around the internal organs, keeping them in good alignment also. So it's not just it's our skeletal system that benefits, but all these internal organs as well. So you've done something very good for yourself. You feel good about that. And just let this kindness sink into you. This open-hearted compassion, mercy, and kindness, spreading your goodness throughout your whole body. Breathing goodness into the face and eyes, allowing them to soften, melt, and just slacken. And then relaxing the neck and shoulders. Breathe that kindness into the neck and shoulders, thanking them. And breathe kindness into the arms, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms. Breathe kindness into the wrists and hands and fingers. Then breathe kindness into the heart, into the back and chest. Breathe kindness into the abdomen, the stomach, and all the internal organs. Breathe kindness into the hips and pelvis. And breathe kindness into the legs, the upper legs, the knees, and the lower legs. And breathe kindness into the ankles, and the tops of the feet, the toes, and the soles of the feet. So this warm kindness spreads through every cell of your whole body, glowing with that compassion, that sweetness. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be blessed with happiness, health, and free of suffering. And may my actions contribute to this feeling of sweetness towards everyone. Begin to awaken, deepen your breath, and roll over to the side into a fetal position, waiting until your body's ready to come up to a seated position with kind patience, and come back to Sukhasana. This Sukha means sweetness. This is our easy seated pose, or being in a good space, a sweet kind of feeling in the heart. Coming back to this sweetness, I bow to the kindness in each of you. Namaste.